Most people trying to boost their sex drive after 40 are making the same mistake. They add superfoods here and there, like a random checklist, and then wonder why nothing changes. Dark chocolate, salmon, nuts and seeds, berries, watermelon. Yes, these 5 can help, but not if you use them like a scattershot of good intentions. The truth? It's not what you eat. It's the order, the timing, and how you combine them. Each one powers a different engine of intimacy, and when you line them up in the right rhythm, they work together like gears. Momentum builds, responsiveness returns, and confidence follows. Today, I'll map each food to the engine it powers, show you the exact rhythm that makes it work, and reveal the one everyday habit that can quietly cancel your results for 24 hours. Let's tune the system, step by step. Think of intimacy like a finely tuned instrument. 3 parts that must be in harmony. Hormones, the engine. They set the baseline. When hormones are underfueled, the engine turns over slowly. Everything feels like effort, blood flow, and the fuel. Without healthy circulation, the engine doesn't get what it needs where it needs it. That shows up as poor responsiveness, reduced sensitivity, or performance that fades too quickly. Brain chemistry, the ignition switch. If mood chemistry is flat, desire doesn't start. You can have the engine and the fuel, but if the ignition won't spark, nothing moves. Every food you're about to hear has a job. One steadies mood chemistry, one feeds hormone production, one opens the nitric oxide pathway to relax blood vessels, one shields those vessels from wear and tear, and one primes the whole system so the others land. 2 of these work on the same pathway targeted by certain prescription pills. The nitric oxide pathway that helps vessels relax and flow improve. We'll get there. But first, let's map the terrain. Here's the quick map you'll want to remember. Dark chocolate, brain chemistry and vessel flexibility, flavonoids plus serotonin, dopamine. Oily fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel, hormone support and vessel health, omega-3s. Nuts and seeds, walnut, pumpkin, flax, nitric oxide pathway via arginine, plus zinc for testosterone arousal. Berries, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, endothelial protection and low glycemic stability, anthocyanins. Watermelon, citrulline, arginine, nitric oxide, plus hydration to lift overall energy. Looks simple, but the sequence is what multiplies results. Before we dive deep, let's quickly figure out which engine needs attention first in your body, so the rhythm fits you. Grab a quick mental score from 0 to 5 for each item. Chart 0 and not at all. 5, brow very much. 1, morning energy. Do you wake heavy, slow, and unmotivated? Higher scores often point to hormone support needs. Evening mood and irritability. Do you feel tense, flat, or disconnected by night? Higher scores suggest a brain chemistry nudge will help. Circulation signs, cold hands, feet, or you notice slow to warm up during intimacy. Higher scores point to blood flow support, nitric oxide and vessel health. Whichever score is highest is your first engine to target. But don't skip ahead. The sequence is what creates synergy. We'll tune all 3 in the right order. Let's start with the ignition switch. Dark chocolate. Real dark chocolate, 70% cocoa or higher, contains flavonoids that support healthy blood vessel function, and it nudges serotonin and dopamine, the brain's feel-good messengers tied to motivation, reward, and pleasure. Used well, it's not just dessert, it's a tool. Dose, about 10 to 20 grams, a small square or 2. Timing, evening, after a balanced dinner, not on an empty stomach, prevents sugar swings. Quality, 70% cocoa. Avoid milk chocolate and candy bar additives that drown benefits in sugar. Why first? Because desire starts in the brain. When mood chemistry lifts and vessels are a little more flexible, everything else you add lands better. Common mistake: healthy chocolate that's actually sugary or loaded with oils. That blunts the benefit. Retention note: pairing dark chocolate with berries compounds the effect. You'll see that in the weekly rhythm. Next, the engine itself. Hormones. Oily fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel are rich in omega-3 fatty acids that support several things at once. Hormone production. Sex hormones are built from fats. Omega-3s help provide cleaner building blocks. Vessel flexibility. They support the endothelium, the lining that helps vessels relax and respond. Mood stability. Omega-3s are linked with steadier emotional tone, a quiet fuel for desire. How to use it. 2-3 servings per week of oily fish, grilled or baked. If fish isn't your thing, consider a high-quality omega-3 supplement, fish oil or algae oil as a plant-based source. Keep it simple. Olive oil, herbs, lemon. Avoid heavy breading or frying that undermines benefits. Why second? Once the ignition is set, you feed the engine. Hormones need steady, clean inputs. Patient vignette. Composite. When we shifted a 58-year-old patient from processed dinners to 2 salmon meals weekly, plus a daily handful of walnuts, she reported steadier energy, easier warmth at night, and less emotional. Now we open the nitric oxide pathway, the same physiologic route targeted by certain ED medications. Walnuts, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds are rich in arginine, which your body uses to produce nitric oxide, a messenger that tells blood vessels to relax so flow can increase where it's needed. They also bring zinc, which supports testosterone in men and contributes to arousal mechanisms in women. How to use it. 1 handful daily, raw or lightly roasted. Rotate walnuts, pumpkin seeds, and a spoon of ground flax. Add to salads, yogurt, or a small afternoon snack. Avoid candied or heavily salted mixes. Those push you backward. Why third? With mood primed and hormones fueled, opening flow turns potential into performance. Practical stack. On your flow days, combine a nuts and seeds snack with watermelon in the late afternoon or early evening. The synergy is noticeable for many people. Tiny but mighty. Berries. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries carry anthocyanins, pigments that help protect the endothelium and keep arteries more responsive. They're also low glycemic, which means gentler on blood sugar, a steady platform for hormones and mood. How to use it. 1 cup daily as dessert or an afternoon refresher. Best pairing for many couples. Berries plus a small square of dark chocolate in the evening. Skip syrups and jams. You want the fruit itself. This is your shield layer. You're protecting the pipes that carry the fuel. And because berries are light, they slot in perfectly without bogging down digestion at night. And now, the surprise most people misuse: watermelon. Watermelon carries citrulline, which your body converts to arginine, feeding the nitric oxide pathway. It's a gentle, natural way to nudge vessel relaxation and support flow. Plus, it hydrates, and dehydration alone can sap energy, mood, and desire. How to use it. 1 to 2 cups, ideally afternoon to early evening. Avoid pairing it immediately after a very heavy, high-fat meal that slows digestion and blunts the timing you want. Summer tip: chilled cubes or a simple blender juice. Nothing added. Researchers often nickname it nature's helper for the pathway in question. It's not a replacement for medical therapy where needed, but inside a smart sequence, it's a useful primer. Here's where these foods stop being good ideas and start becoming a system. Print this, pin this, or save it. It's your week. Monday, flow day. Lunch, oily fish, salmon with greens and olive oil. Mid-afternoon, nuts and seeds handful. 6 p.m., watermelon bowl, 1 to 2 cups. Evening, light dinner. Short walk. Hydrate. Tuesday, mood plus. Vessel night. Daytime, balanced meals. After dinner, berries, 1 cup, plus dark chocolate, 10-20 g, 70% cocoa. Wednesday, balance day. Morning, nuts and seeds spoon over yogurt oatmeal. Lunch, oily fish or omega-3 source. Evening, berries dessert. Thursday, flow day. Repeat Monday. Fish at lunch, nut snack. Watermelon early evening. Friday, mood plus. Vessel night. Repeat Tuesday. Berries plus dark chocolate pairing after dinner. Saturday, light balance. Focus hydration. Walk, simple whole foods. Optional, cocoa nibs sprinkled on berries at night. Sunday, reset and reflect. Gentle meals, plenty of water, a calm evening, quick check-in. Energy, mood and circulation signs this week. Which engine improved first? Why this works, you're priming. Ignition and vessels before you ask for results. You're fueling hormones consistently. You're protecting the vessels that carry the fuel, and you're spacing certain foods to stack their effects. If your highest diagnostic score was mood, pay special attention to the Tuesday-Friday pairings. If it was circulation, guard your Monday-Thursday flow days carefully. If it was hormones, prioritize getting those 2 to 3 fish servings every week, or add an algae fish oil supplement your clinician approves. There's a reason some people try everything and feel nothing. Ultra-processed sugar bombs and heavy fried foods in the same evening can blunt the blood flow response and derail your vessel health for the next day. Roughly a 24-hour penalty window where the good work doesn't show. If you want to actually feel the difference, keep dinners uncomplicated. Protein, vegetables, olive oil, herbs. Take a 10 to 15-minute walk after dinner. It's an easy way to support vessel function and post-meal glucose. Save rich desserts for special occasions. And on rhythm nights, choose berries plus dark chocolate instead. This is the gotcha most people never hear. Now you have it, and it's fixable. I don't eat fish, what now? Use a reputable omega-3 supplement, DHA, EPA. Plant-based? Choose algae oil. Keep the rest of the rhythm the same. Nut allergy? Lean on pumpkin seed products where safe, or speak with your clinician about alternatives. Keep watermelon as your no primer and berries for vessel support. Diabetes or watching blood sugar? Berries are generally friendly in modest portions. Choose 85% cocoa dark chocolate and keep portions small. Focus on the fish nuts watermelon axis and monitor your own response with your care team. Can I swap days? Yes, but keep the logic. Flow days, fish, nuts, watermelon. Mood, vessel nights, berries plus dark chocolate. Balanced day in between. Sequence beats randomness. When will I notice something? It varies. Many people report earlier improvements in mood connection from the evening pairing. Flow improvements often show after consistent flow days. And overall energy and confidence build as the rhythm sticks. Give it 2 to 4 weeks of real consistency. Is this a replacement for medical care? No, it's a smart lifestyle foundation. If you have persistent concerns, pelvic pain, erectile difficulties, dryness, or other symptoms, see your clinician. Lifestyle plus good medical care is the winning combination. One of the simplest ways to turn this from diet advice into real change is to make a shared ritual. Choose 2 nights a week where you both sit for 5 quiet minutes after dinner. Share berries and a small square of dark chocolate. Talk, laugh, slow down. Rituals keep you consistent. Consistency lets biology show up. And intimacy, real intimacy, is more than chemistry. It's presence. So yes, dark chocolate, salmon, nuts and seeds, berries, watermelon. But the checklist isn't the solution. The sequence is ignition with mood chemistry. Fuel the hormones. Open the flow. Protect the vessels. Prime the system. Do it in rhythm, not at random. And your body has a chance to respond. If you've been making the common mistake, throwing good foods at the problem and waiting, that ends today. Start the 7-day rhythm. Guard your flow days. Keep the evening pairing. Skip the canceling habit. Pay attention to which engine responds first, and let that small win pull the others forward. Desire isn't about pretending you're 25. It's about giving your body the right order of support, so energy, confidence, and connection can return, naturally. I'm Dr. Rachel Malek, and I'm rooting for your health, your vitality, and your relationships. Small choices, in the right sequence, change everything.